Hello, and welcome back to the Four Horsemen. My name is Paul, representing Diecast Graveyard. Myself, along with Tom from Caliber 50 Customs, Harlan from Go Bears Diecast Workshop, and Andrew from Maple Leaf Customs, make up the Four Horsemen. Well, for the month of August, we have here a Batmobile, and the theme is Star Wars. So we have to turn this car into a Star Wars themed car or whatever. Just taking your time and using your imagination. But this is going to be fun. I had a lot of fun with this, and I hope you enjoy this video. Grab yourself your favorite adult beverage and join in today as we turn this Batmobile into a Star Wars themed contraption. Again, this is going to be a lot of fun, and I hope you enjoy it. Let's go ahead and get started with today's build. I've already drilled out the post, so let's go ahead and get the car apart. It's got two posts, one in the front, one in the back. Let's get this thing apart. Here's the body. That color purple is really sweet, isn't it? It's a shame to paint over it. Here's the interior and the engine. And here's the base. The wheels look absolutely pretty cool for what I intend to do with it, so we're just going to go ahead and leave it like that. And here's the windshield. Alright, let's go ahead and get these posts drilled out. First thing I'll do is I'll take a file and I'll smooth out the top of the post. This helps it fit back onto the base of the car better. We'll go ahead and continue to file these down. And again, we're going to use that little divot that you created when you were drilling out the post to guide your new drill bit into drilling out that post. And we're going to use a 5/64 drill bit because this is a mainline car. Now the posts are bigger on a mainline car as they are on a redline car. Now when you use a drill on a redline car post, you want to use a 1/16 inch drill bit. That looks good. Let's go ahead and get started with drilling. Just a little drop of oil will help your drill cut better, and it'll help the shavings go through the flutes of the drill a little bit better too, so it'll penetrate quicker. Now normally I'll put it in some kind of a vise or something like that, but just so you can see here with the drilling, look how easily the flashing from the drilling goes through those flutes because I put that little bit of oil in there. Just be real careful when you do this if you do it this way, because you can have that drill bit snap and it'll go into your hand. Just be real careful. Nowadays I do have a drill press that I use, but it's awful hard to get the drill press in the camera. Now we're going to tap it out with a 256 tap and get it ready for those screws. The tap handle, you can get that at Bright Vision or you can get it at Second Chance Redlines. Here I've got 1/8 inch screws and 3/16 inch screws. The 3/16 are for the longer stud in the back, and the smaller 1/8 inch is for the one in the front. Looking good. Now we're going to throw the body in the citrus strip. Make sure it's completely coated, because if you're going to do a color change, you don't want any residual there. There you go. Shake off the excess and then set it aside on something so you can keep an eye on it. It should only take about 20 minutes to work. Once we got it out of the citrus strip, we cleaned it off and we started filing. Actually, we're going to file that wing down in the back. Got a little bit to take off there because I want it level with the fins on the outsides. Here we're using my Dremel, and again we're going to shave that down. Be careful because this thing can get away from you. Here I'm using the bench as a nice level surface to just move the Dremel back and forth. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click on that little bell to be alerted to any future videos that come out. If you're getting anything out of these videos, mash that like button, hit the subscribe button. That's what helps me make more content for you. We still got a little ways to go and some filing to go. Alright, that's pretty darn close. I still want to make a little notch up by the front of the fin, as you can see here. I took a piece of styrene plastic and I fit it square onto the back of the car, and I put these little flaps on there onto the sides. I got a little something special in mind here. I drew up some shapes. I'm going to make it look like a Star Wars TIE fighter. Now I've got it past the wheel wells just enough so the wheels will roll freely when it's put together. Here I cut these out of polystyrene, and I'm going to use super glue to attach them. Now when you have your super glue, especially this JB Weld, alright, this is great stuff. But if you lay it down and store it like this, the glue is going to leak out and it's going to ruin the tip, and the cap is going to stick on there and it's not going to come off. So when you store it straight up and down like you see here, so the glue runs back down into the tube. Because if you don't, you're going to go through these tubes, okay? There's today's tip from your Uncle Paulie. Glue inside there is still a little bit wet, so we're going to take some of the accelerator to dry it up. That'll fit on there pretty good. That's going to look cool. Alright, this is the vision that I had. So we're going to go ahead and get this painted up. I'm going to use some Tamiya surface primer, and we're going to spray it white. I went ahead and sprayed it white, and then I drew out an area here for some decals. Now I used my iColor 560 to print these out, and it took me less than 15 minutes to design this, get it printed, and get it back in the garage. If you've got any questions about wanting to do decals for your cars and your hobby, or even start up a business, let me know in the comments and I'll get back a hold of you. I do have a video on the iColor 560, and it also prints white underneath it. Now, not like it's needed on this car because it's white, but if you had a darker car or something, you could print this out. It would put a white background behind it, so it would show up on any color car. This is going to look awesome. Squeegee out that excess water. that looks pretty cool. I'm happy with that. Thumbs up for this one. That looks pretty cool. Alright, now we're going to use the black magic marker here, and we're going to color in the grill. Now here's all the pieces. Here's the windshield. Here's the base. We left the wheels alone. They look cool. Here's the interior, painted flat black. And here's the body, painted white with some black trim. Let's go ahead and put it all together and see what we got. And here's what we started with. A Hot Wheels Arkham Batmobile. This car is actually really cool by itself. I love the color, I love the layout, and it's pretty darn sweet. Well, we took it apart, we stripped the paint off of it, we drilled out the posts there that you saw, and we just started freelancing some designs there, and we come up with a pretty cool design. We got the side panels that looks like a Star Wars TIE fighter, and we put some decals on there that I made with my iColor 560, and it's absolutely awesome. And like I said, if you have any questions about a really cool and great decal machine that also makes transfers for t-shirts, reach out to me in the comments. We can talk about it. And like I said before, it's a business in a box, and it's a great product, and it'll really help your hobby, and it'll also help you make money. And here's what we got to. Look how cool this turned out. It looks like a Stormtrooper TIE fighter. We had a great time putting this together today. Now don't forget to go check out the other sites, the other builders that are participating in this month's 4 Horsemen build. Now the builds are due the last day of the month, and then your glamour shots are also due by the last day of the month. Just don't send the glamour shots like the very first of the month. I get hundreds and hundreds of emails, and notoriously, if you send them too early, I'm gonna miss them, and then you're gonna be all angry at me because I didn't get it in the recap video. And I do apologize to those folks I don't get it into. Sometimes they end up in spam, and just make sure that it's as close to the end of the month as you can to send me those glamour shots, and make sure that it'll fit the screen like you see here. You know, if you do those straight up and down shots, the portrait shots, it doesn't help you guys out at all. But what a great time we've had. I want to thank BJ's Customs for being this month's guest horseman. What a great time it was. I'm looking forward to seeing his. Next month we got Ron from Somo Diecast, and the theme is slammed. Take your 55 gasser and slam it down and make it look really cool. This is going to be awesome. Make sure you send your glamour shots to 4horsemendiecast@gmail.com. If you send them to me any other way, folks, I'm not going to get it, I promise you, okay? Just get them to me, and I will be happy to put them in the recap videos. Thank you for joining me on the 4 Horsemen. And again, check out the other builders, check out the other 4 Horsemen, and BJ's Customs for his build. And you're going to have a great time. Like I said, mash the like button, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to subscribe to 4 Horsemen Diecast on YouTube. We'll talk to you soon. Cheers, and thank you much.